I would want to take this opportunity to provide information for the benefit of the discussion going on. First of all, to thank all the colleagues for the support you have given us as the sector. But most importantly, Honorable Dul has raised an issue of regulations, and these are articles and regulations as how CAF operates. And I want to confirm to this House that he is correct, that CAF has a minimum number of days when they are supposed to communicate where the games are going to be hosted. However, it is also true that CAF Executive Committee has the powers to override some of those provisions, and we have gone for this provision, engaged the CAF, because the way CAF operates is that they inspect the stadium according to the current status. And when they were here, the truth is that we could not have a match in the stadium because of the uncompleted works. The uncompleted works, if you go to Namboole today and you take a selfie, it looks good. But for a football match to be played, there are certain technical issues that must be accomplished. For example, even the substitute benches have not been put. So it could be good, looking everything very well, but until it is put and the inspector ticks the box that a match can take place at that moment. So when CAF was here, the inspection they did, it was not practical that a football match could take place. Our appeal to CAF is that they exercise the executive powers of CAF such that they can allow us to be able to complete the works as the Honourable Minister has explained, and then do the inspection again so that we could have a chance to host our games at home. CAF operates in such a way that you must enter, and it is a computer system, where you are going to host the games from. And that is supposed to be done 75 days before the match, which we did not do as a federation because Mandela National Stadium was not active in the system to be picked because it had not yet been approved. And according to practice at CAF, they automatically, if you don't mention where you are going to host the games, they mention it for you. And in this case, the last place we played our games is Morocco. I would not be surprised if CAF came out and fixed our games. That is in case they do not accept us to be able to be inspected and to pass the stadium that would be hosting our games automatically in Morocco come June. Right, Honourable Speaker and colleagues, allow me to use a few minutes to explain the smaller picture and the bigger picture.
Because you've said they called the inspectors, well knowing that work was incomplete. Now they are all over the planet. His Excellency must be involved, his family, to call CAF. Do they consult you such that we don't make the same mistakes of inviting inspectors before the work?
Further clarify on that, we recently saw the completion of Nakivubo Stadium, and we celebrated as Ugandans to say that we have another facility where such matches can be hosted. My question is, when Nakivubo was being constructed, was there technical advice to the extent that we can host a match that magnitude?
Submission which I was seeking was the smaller picture and the bigger picture. And in that explanation, it will cover the questions that are being raised. First and foremost, the way the civil engineering projects are structured is that there is a client, there is a contractor, there is a consultant. In this case, the Ministry of Defense is the contractor and the Ministry of Works is the consultant. And the challenge we have is that the consultant should have the expertise to advise the contractor to do the right things. And I'm on record, and I want to go on record again, that to construct a stadium is a specialized type of engineering that requires expertise. And if you don't have this expertise, you should hire the people who have the expertise, and this is common practice, there is no one who has expertise in as far as stadium construction is concerned in this country better than the federation and therefore CAF, because the CAF and FIFA work through federations. The way these projects are designed, the way these projects have been executed as if they are the usual civil engineering projects. We have made an appeal that for construction of stadiums as a federation, we get involved right from the beginning to advise, to be able to not make the mistakes that have been made. Even Mandela National Stadium is looking good. In the remaining days, the money committed can make us be able to play at home, but there were still mistakes done simply because of the lack of the expertise of the consultants, because the contractors basically follow what the consultants design and eventually advise. I would therefore like to appeal to this August House that such projects that are specialized, and we are the people that CAF works through, as we have seen the inspection is done by us first and then eventually done by CAF. It will only be proper because there is a lot of construction of stadiums that is going on by private sector and also by government. That it becomes a practice that we are involved as a federation to advise such that we do not get some of the challenges. To be specific about Nakivubo, we were not consulted, and the CAF has done an inspection and it has a report about the stadium, and as we speak today, we can still not be able to host an international game there until certain things are done in accordance with the standards. I beg to move.